going, everybody, and welcome back. I didn't do my intro, but oh well. We will cut to the intro at the end of the stream. Welcome back. We are finally here. As you can see, we have the 800. Probably doesn't look any different to the 700. However, it is a lot longer. So I have the livery for Qantas, the VXM. It comes with the 737-800, and it's all ready to go. I do have GSX installed. I'm not 100% sure how GSX is going to go with this particular aircraft, but we will go ahead and tell the jetway to operate onto here. I'm going to tell Qantas to come in, and I probably should give you some sound again. I did turn the sound off while the stream music was there, so we're just going to get the sound back, and there it is. Okay, so we are here at Adelaide. I need to get rid of that tow motor, which we'll possibly get rid of in a sec when we turn the aircraft on. But yeah, here it is the 787. Let me bring up the screen so everyone can actually see me. How you going, guys? Welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining. Just to get a few bits. Oh no, I have to do that later. Alrighty, so yeah, I'm a little bit behind at the moment. This pretty much just dropped. I don't know when it dropped. I got an email saying that it's out. So here it is. Here's the 800 in all its glory. I have the Qantas livery, and we are sitting here in Adelaide, YPAD, and this is the airport that you can get from Orbis. And just look at the scenery; it is absolutely amazing. I'm hoping GSX works really well with this aircraft. If not, there is a video that I have looked at in the past on how to customize each stand to your liking. So yeah, we'll be using GSX today. We'll use VATSIM. I don't think there's any towers on, but if there is, we'll be able to contact them and go from there. But without further ado, there's not really much difference inside the aircraft, as we can see. Let's just set up the... There we go. Alrighty, so I'm not going to use truck layout just yet, but yeah, the aircraft is a little different. There is a few extra things that I've seen in the setup of the aircraft. Now, I don't really want to use that one, so we will just quickly turn on the battery so we can get access to the FMC. There we go. And we'll go here. And there was one thing that I've seen that columns. We go columns. Yeah, that brings up the one that I want. Okay, cool. Alright, so if we go back to the one, fail pass, we go full up, fail up, go that one. Full up, there was window shades. Now I don't believe I've seen that in the 700, and if I did, I missed it. But yeah, you can get full on window shades for the aircraft. I'm not 100% sure if the 700 had that, but yeah, the 800 does. So yeah, that was a really nice thing to see right there. So really happy to see that. So while we're here, I'm going to just go ahead and get rid of that aircraft down there. We're going to change the GPU over to that. Request the ground power. We're going to release the stairs because I'm not using the stairs there. And yeah, after that, stop that, and we'll just head outside real quick. Ground power's active. We'll just get GSX up, and we'll request the catering truck.
Catering vehicles are on their way.
It's going to want the doors open, so we'll get those doors open as soon as it comes. Alrighty, so we'll just go there. Doors. We'll open up the forward door on the front and the door on the, I believe that's the two that I need. No, it's not. I don't want those ones. The arm door, there it is. Yeah, okay, so those doors are open. The trucks when they get here, and we'll get the catering sorted straight away. Alrighty, apart from that, we've got a few other bits and pieces. Request the fueling, so we'll go ahead and request fueling. So the truck will come up and refuel for us. Now I just need to bring up my dispatch plan, find out how much fuel we actually need for the flight. So 5,651 meters on board the aircraft today. Alrighty, now the aircraft already had like 6,000 meters, something like that. I don't know. Let's just quickly have a look at what the fuel is here. Let's say the aircraft only had 256 on board today, just so we can see what the fuel truck does when it gets there. Alright, so these gate group guys, these are the guys down in Adelaide. They're actually a real company. The aircraft. As you can see, these guys aren't exactly where you want them. So this is what I wanted to check out, just to make sure, because we have a look. They're just going to go into front of the aircraft now. So what we need to do with this is, I believe, we can bring out GSX. We can customize the airport positions, and we can position them to where we want for the gates, all that sort of stuff. And I get rid of the Alright, I'm going to have to sort out all the customizations in another video for myself, for the different airports that I've got. Now, I believe this would have probably been in line with the other aircraft. GSX needs a lot of fixes, in my opinion. But every aircraft is different. The airport is different. But at least the door is in the right spot. At least the door's in the right spot. So that's the best. I'm not 100% sure where the baggage handlers are going to go once we go to loan stores. Alrighty, so we're waiting for the fuel truck. I believe it's on its way. Refuel service is requested. Yeah, okay, so we can't really load the aircraft until that particular time. But while we're waiting for the catering trucks to sort themselves out, let's get this aircraft sorted. Okay, otherwise we will run out of battery. Okay, so we'll turn on the battery. Get that aircraft all started up. We'll get the alignment sorted. Now the alignment, basic cockpit of the 737 is going to be exactly the same on all of them. Whether you fly the 600, whether you fly the case that number 2 is not working just yet. Normally have to wait around about 20 minutes. All flights are working. We'll just get the test, and the test is working, and the line is already aligned, which is not what I wanted. I want the actual alignment to be a little bit more realistic, in my opinion. So we'll just go back here. Save installation. Service failures on, please. Engine oil use. Yep. Safety. Yep. IRS options. We want realistic, please. Hold 30 seconds. So it's going to be on anyway, so we'll just leave it for now. Gonna have to go through the rest of that later. Anyways, let's go get the FMS ready. So we are at YPAD. PAD. I'm not 100% sure what gate we're at. Let's see if we can find the gate number. 22L. Yep. So 22L. Now is that, yeah, that's going to pick that up.
Refueling truck is on its way.
Refueling truck's on its way, so I'm going to set that in there.
Please don't load aircraft until the fuel truck arrives and ask to do it.
Yep, cool. Alright, so now we're going to go, so we've set up our gate, we've set up the aircraft's airport, then we're going to chuck in YPAD there, and then we're going to go, well then, done. Then we request the flight plan. There is no flight plan yet. I'm just going to bring up the SimBrief downloader just to make sure that it is all in there and good, so I'll just export that straight away. Cool.
Fuel truck is in position.
Alright, so fuel truck's in position. Let's open up the GSX. See what they say. Is that disappearing already? Request fuel
Refueling truck is on its way.
Alrighty, I don't know what's going on there.
Please don't load aircraft until the fuel truck arrives and ask to do it.
Alrighty, back to figuring out what's going on with the. Seven three seven 800 aircraft. Oh no, oh no. So I need to change everything over to the 800 aircraft because I think this is only the 737-700 aircraft. That's not good. Because there's two of them. So that's not good.
Fuel truck is in position.
That's not good. Alright, hang on a sec. It's okay. Alright, so what we need for my fuel is about 6,651. I wonder if I can grab that. That's liters too, not kilograms. Block fuel from Simbri. Alrighty, we'll see what the block fuel gives us from Simbri then, because that's exactly what I had elsewhere. Anyways, let's get back to setting up the flight plans. Now, what I'm doing is, unfortunately, there's two different files for the 787-700. So that's the weather. So just make sure that's the 800 now, that's the 800. Alright, so let's export that. That is quite annoying that I'm going to have to swap it over for each individual aircraft. But there it is, okay, so grab that and we'll request the route. Pretty annoying, unfortunately. How you going, mate? Yeah, sorry about that. I'll bring my. Alright, I'm here. Alrighty, load the uplink. I hope you can still hear me. Alright. So we'll uplink that. And I just want to double check what is going on with the fuel. Where's my fuel? There's my fuel there. Now, is my... He's still loading. If we have a look down here, you can see him still loading up there. And we're not loading 100 LL. It should be Jet A1. But it's still loading, which is really good. We'll have a look in a sec to see what happens. So we'll go ahead and activate flight plan. Okay, so we're a QFA flight. What's the flight number? Is 670. Flight number is great. Okay, can you guys hear me alright? If anyone's still watching. I hope so. So coming around, I'm not 100% sure what runway I'm on. I'm hoping 23, so we'll just put that in there anyways. We can change it later. Reserves, we're going to be taking like one reserve today. Cost index today I think was 5. Dispatcher is 5, yep. 0 fuel weight, and the flight level today was flight level 350. Alright, so what I'm going to do real quickly for you gents is I'll just show you where I'm getting all this information from. So we'll just go here. Alrighty, so I have this screen up here from my virtual airlines, and you can see here I got the cost index, which is 5 over there. We're going to be using the wins in a minute, the average wins, so I need to keep those numbers there. this is the block fuel. So this is what should be loaded into the aircraft at the end of the fueling cycle. We have the estimated packs and our cargo and our payload today. Zero fuel weight should be 62.7 and so on and so forth. So yeah, that's where we're getting all the information from if you needed to know. So let's keep going. We can't do the zero fuel weight just yet. I'm not going to worry about the rest of the screen as of yet. So thanks, mate. Yeah, I just had the mic for some reason off to the side. I think it was because it was interfering with my yoke, which I'm going to have to play around with it again anyways. So from there. So I can get rid of SimBrief now that we know it's working. We'll get rid of Steam. I don't need Steam up. And get rid of that. Just cleaning up my screens for a bit. Alright, let's go and see what the truck is now gone, I believe. Yep, cool. Now, that's in kilograms. I'm not 100% sure if that is correct, but we can go ahead and check the fuel for now. There's no fuel there. So I'm going to go ahead. That's in kilograms. I really don't want it in kilograms for some reason. I wonder if there's a way to set up the aircraft displays. Can we use pounds, metric pounds? No, I don't want that. I want fuel liters. Fuel total displays. Yeah, we don't want that. That's a bit, not a lot. Alright, so what we'll do is I'll just set the fuel up the way I want to do it. So 5,000. So we'll go calculator. Yep. That's in kilograms anyway, I believe. In the yeah, that's all in kilograms on the PFD. So we'll do 6,000, 6,005, 6,006. Sorry, 6,651. I'll just load that in there like that. Otherwise, we're not going to have enough fuel. So, that's it for that there. So we can start boarding now. There's a lot of things going on, and I'm just trying to get it all sorted. Eventually, it'll get a lot better.
Boarding requested.
Alright, so we're going to board the aircraft. So we should see our guys come down from the catwalk here. Hopefully. So while we're doing the boarding request, we may as well start up the... What I'm going to do is turn off... I'm going to turn on the Q Virtual one. So I can actually capture Q Virtual for today. I just need to turn FUIPC on first. Awesome, mate. That's okay. We'll get this flight going shortly.
Welcome aboard, everyone. Before we get
Pilot's
moving,
boarding
please
starting.
be sure to fasten your seatbelt, return your seat back and folding trays to their full upright position, and store your carry-on luggage in either an overhead bin or under the seat in front of you. If seated next to an emergency...
We'll turn that one off because we'll have the announcements from GSX later on. I'll turn that back on when we get ready to go out, if I remember. But yeah, so apart from that, I think everything is right. Let's just check Navigraph to find out where we are going. So if I bring up the Navigraph display on the screen for you, you'll be able to see what I'm doing. And yeah, alright, so first off, we are in YPAD. So the first two things that I normally grab is the airport info. So I'll just pin that so I know what it is.
Crew
and
boarding
if we
started.
go here, there's our aircraft. And we also want our SID. Now, our SID is depicted by what we get from Navigraph. Otherwise, you'd get given one from the ATC. So now, if I have a look down here, there is our captains. Now, we're actually already in the aircraft, setting the aircraft up, and our characters aren't even on board. So there they are. Crew boarding. Now, that's another thing that I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to set all of these GSX things up because they're it's a little bit funky. But yeah, that's just how it's going to have to be for a little while. They're going to walk over the top of the aircraft. And that's exactly where all the passengers are going to walk to. So unfortunately, that is... I don't know why they don't do that themselves. Why we have to do it is beyond myself. Alrighty, so I'll just grab the... and...
Your crew has boarded.
Crew's boarded,
Passengers
and here
boarding
comes
starting.
passengers. Alrighty, so we know what runway we're taking off on, 23, according to Navigraph right there, as you can see at the top. And then we have the SID. So if I go and grab the SID on there, get rid of those things on the side, and you can actually see the SID in all its glory right there. So just close that down, and we will go to here. We'll go departure. So we'll grab the departure, runway 23. Ben do 2, departure. We'll hit that activation. Right, we can't do the 0 fuel weight just yet. Now, even though GSX is working, we're still going to have to add our passengers here. So the passengers today, according to my flight plan, is 143. So we'll grab 143.
Thank you.
Now the cargo is 6,100. So if I get the calculator out, 6,100 divided by 2 is 3,050, obviously. And we can go ahead and chuck it in the cargo. Now we can't put 3,000 in the front, I believe. But so if I try and put 3,000 in the front, it ain't gonna work. It's only gonna hit 300. So 3,050.
Hello. Thank you.
Yeah, alright, it will work. So we'll try that. 50 in the Mac. Right, max takeoff weights. Not too bad. 0 fuel weight, 60. Yep, okay. So we can actually take what we want in the aircraft.
Hello.
So that's okay. So we'll take that. Load is only 90%. So we'll go ahead and open up the doors outside. Now I'm not 100%. I haven't even looked outside to see if the doors are out there. We haven't even got the baggages, guys. I don't know where the bags are. So maybe they just don't come yet. I don't know. Doors are open anyways. So we'll go ahead and close the other ones.
Hello. Thank you.
Morning. How are you?
Additional services. Request GPU, lavatory and all that coming soon. Don't need any of those things. Front entry door. We probably should have that open. Alrighty. So even though GSX is working, we can click on 0 fuel weight. Click that. The planned the fuel is 6.7, but the plan was 5.7. So I'll just grab that and chuck that in there like that. The cruise winds, like I told you before, was 162 at 19. So 162 at 19. So that's just your cruise winds or average winds. The flight altitude today is, or the trans altitude is 10,000, being in Australia. We'll activate that. We'll just leave the debrate as is, so we might drop it down. What's the temperature today? 13 degrees. Yeah, we'll do that. And then flaps today will be 5.
Thank you.
CG 18. The wind. So if we go to the weather, grab. How you going, guys? Welcome to the stream. We'll grab the weather here. If you didn't know, this is how you can get the weather in real time. If you're using live weather.
Hello.
And this is actually correct. I can bring up NATES, which is what we use here in Australia for real world flight, and that gives us the weather in real time in the real world. And this is exactly the same. It will be probably 30 minutes difference, but lately it's been exactly the same every single time. So yeah, that's how you find that if you're using live weather. Alrighty, so the winds today for the runway is 230 at 10. So I'll grab that, 230 at 10. The runway slope, now a lot of people don't know how to do runway slopes, so what we'll do is while we've got Navigraph open for you guys, is we'll grab the runway, the airport documentation, and we're on 23, so elevation is 20, and the elevation down here is 14, okay? So if we grab a calculator, alright, and we go 20, alright, so 20, oops, minus 14, so we're on a downslope because the 20 is up this end, so this is always going to be a downslope, okay? So we'll hit that, and it's 6, okay? So we're going to go ahead and divide that by 3,100. Is it 3,100? Yep. 3,100. I think it's divide. I can't remember. Yep, it is divide. Okay. So divide the 6 by 3,100 meters, and then we're going to go ahead and times it by 1,000. And that'll give us 1.9. So 1.9 degrees down, okay? So what we do for that is we come in here to the FMC and we go D 1.9 and then we put it there. That's the downslope, if you didn't know that. The cell OAT, we aren't doing it, we're not going to set a debrate or anything, we're just going to leave it at 13 degrees, so we don't need to worry about that. Alright, so out here we have the speeds. We're not going to activate it just yet, but here you can do your runway in feet. Now if we go back to Navigraph again, you can see that we have a 10,000. We can't really round it up, so we'll just put the runway remaining is 10,000. So if we go 10,000, put that there. So we got 10,000 feet runway remaining. Okay. Basically that's it, ready for takeoff. We can do the arrivals later. Let's just double check that we're on the right track by hitting plan. So we've got the right track, we've got all of the correct information there, and we can check that again on Navigraph by bringing up the thing here. So as you can see, Cloppy, whoops, you can see it's 2,500 above. Okay, so that's what these lines mean. That's 2,500 or above, 5,000 or above, 6,000 or above. If the number was underneath the line, it'll be below, and as you can see on the FMS, it's A for above, okay? And the speeds, all the restrictions. There's no speed restrictions that I can see here, so we're just going to be flying out at 250, but if there was speed restrictions with series in Brisbane, they will be here as well, and on the aircraft. How you going, mate? Welcome, Aiden. So yeah, that is the SID that we'll be using today out to Bendu departure. I think that's 2. Yeah, so we're using Bendu 2 departure, and yeah. Okay, so we'll just leave Navigraph there so you can see the line. Now back to the aircraft. We're going to just step through, clicking step here on the FMS. We're just going to step through the flight plan. Just make sure that we've got everything. Now, just to alleviate some stress when we get to Melbourne, we are going to actually set up the Melbourne SID and runway. So 16, and we don't actually have a SID for Melbourne as of yet, but let's just make one. I don't know if that sim is open yet. So SID, I think we'll come in on Arby, however you pronounce it. We'll come in on Arby, 6 Alpha for runway 16, runway 116. So what we'll do is we'll go to Melbourne. Let's just bring it in like that. So Arby 6 Alpha 16 and ILS Zulu. So we'll just pick the ILS of Zulu and we'll connect that. So while we're here, we can actually see what's going on. We'll probably need to go back to the legs. We'll switch over to the page, and what we'll do is we'll bring back this one here to there, so it deletes it all, and we are set, ready for runway 16. Now, if there is a tower down there later on and they tell us to do something completely different, we'll just do that. Okay, so apart from that, that's all good. We can set the initial for takeoff now, so the initial departure for takeoff will be 5,000. So I'm just going to go ahead and use my Bravo throttle quadrant for all this. Sorry about that, I accidentally hit the thing. So the initial departure, 5,000. Now we also need the runway headings for the courses. So if we go to Bendu, is 222, as you can see there on the navigram. So I'm just going to go ahead and change course. That one. So bring that around to 222. And we'll swap the other one over to 222 as well for the FO. And the last point of call will be the heading bug as well. Oopsies. So I'll swap the heading bug around to 222 as well. Alright, all good. Apart from that, the next point of call is to set up the speeds. So we'll head over, go back to perf and we'll activate that. We'll go over and set the speeds to 148 plus 5. So I'm going to set my speed indicator. Oop, wrong one. That one is what I need. So 148 plus 5, which will be 153 for departure. Alright. We can also set the RTO anti-skid, make sure it is armed, ready to go. Apart from that, we are pretty much all ready for setup. Now, I like having my engines up on here, so I can see everything. Then we're going to have systems down below, down the bottom here, for later on. That's hydraulics. Wonder where my flight controls are. Maybe they come on later, I'm not 100% sure. I really hope they do come on, so... So the aircraft's ready to go for departure as of now, so may as well just go up and close the doors. So close the doors, 1, 2. Now I believe everything is there, it's all good. Now I really do hope that the only thing that works properly in the GSX is the tow bar. So we'll see about that. I have plenty of other ways of sorting stuff out. So, anyways, we'll set up the radio for VATSIM. So we'll set the radio up for VATSIM. We'll also set up the VOR. Now, I'm not 100% sure if the VORs really work on the airfield at the moment. So 114.1. I've been having problems with the VOR for some reason. If anyone knows why I can't see the VORs, even though I'm at the airport, flying over the top of it, who knows. But anyways, VOR's set up, and as you can see, VOR has not activated for some reason. It should, but it doesn't. Alrighty, we're going to be Scorpion 2000 today, so let's set the frequencies as we should. Swap. And we'll set that for departure, or TA, and I think that is pretty much it. So, next in line, want to select, make sure that is off. Set that off like that, and let's just quickly go over here. Bottles are good. Right, APU can go on. While we're waiting for the APU now, let's just come down and check. So, your dampener on. Crossfeeds checked. Dark blue, light blue, dark blue, and off. Fuel can all go on. Let's check the APU generator. There is no ampage at the moment, which is great. Coming down here, oil is pressured. The APU is starting up, which is good. This whole entire time, I hope the navigation lights have been on. Yep, lights are on there, and you can hear the APU cranking up there, so it's all good. Alright, so lights are on, which is okay. Emergency lights enabled. Power test. No power there. We'll turn on the window heat just to make sure they come on. Yes, they are. And the test is good. We'll leave that off. We'll leave those off. So that's the electric hydraulics and your anti-ice. And we also have the probes heat, which we don't need. Alright, so the next thing, we'll go ahead and turn the bleeds off. Engines off. We'll turn the packs to auto. Open isolation valve there. And the rear left and right fans are off. We'll select our flight altitude. Oops, to our flight altitude. If you don't set this, you will run into hypoxia and blackout. And I believe that is modeled in the game. Land altitude will set for 50 straight away. It may be different. Everything else is good. It's a nice clear day, so we don't need logo lights or anything like that. But navigation lights are all on and ready to go. Alright, so now the APU is on, we'll change over to that. We'll turn the generators off. We'll go here. Oops, back. PMDG. No, it is that one. We'll release the ground power. Remove the chocks. Now I have one thing. I'll get back to that mission. So Qantas flight 067. Okay, so we'll just set up VATSIM 670, I believe it was. Yep, 670 787 900 and connect. I should turn the track IR off when I'm moving my head around all the time. Otherwise it's going to make you guys dizzy. File the flight plan. Filing flight plan. Done. Alright, flight plan's done. VATSIM's good to go. We do have Melbourne is activated at the moment. Controller info. He is only doing Melbourne and Sydney area. So if I just get VATSpire, I'll just see where he is, if he's extending or anything like that over to Melbourne. Yeah, he is at Melbourne, so we'll probably end up talking to him soon. EWL. So EWL is 123.75. Alright, so we'll probably end up talking to him eventually. 123. Alright, we'll leave that there like that. Apart from that, we're all good. Everything's set. The only thing I haven't set is my hectopascals. Now, I think it was 1030. Yep, 1030. And everything else is set, ready to go. So we'll tell GSX to get rid of the jetway. Prep the truck for departure. So they reckon we're going to be there at 3.1, which is okay. So we'll see how we go. Index for
Hello, Captain.
takeoff.
We are ready for pushback.
Hello, thank you. Now please come and connect up and we'll get out of here. How you going, guys? Welcome to the stream. We'll be getting underway shortly. Hey, my front wheel is like below me somewhere. Wait. Crap. There we go. So yeah, she is in the wrong spot. I don't know where the heck she's going. So it looks like the truck is going underneath. GSX is so out of place at the moment. Who knows? So it looks like the truck's going to end up going in there.
Checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
So yeah, unfortunately, I am going to have to go through and do quite a few other bits and pieces. Anyways, for that reason, I'm not going to finish with GSX anymore. I'm going to turn that off. I bought the pushback. That actually hurt the aircraft. We're going to use Pushback Express, so I'm going to launch the application. Alright, I need to get command center. Now all I need to do is get that command center open and then we can use the pushback, so... I found it. All this stuff. Alright, for some reason not working. Launch application, open panel. Where is my command center? God damn. I wonder if I can activate it through the community folder. Yes, this aircraft does definitely feel different and I'll be going all over that when we get to the takeoff, because there is a different takeoff that you actually have to do in the 737, because you can't just pull up in the 800. You can only pull up 7 degrees and then you got to let the aircraft settle and you got to pull up again. So yeah, the aircraft is very, very different in ways of what a lot of people think. Where is FS to crew? FS to crew. Quite annoying that the command center didn't open up. Alright. Let's just use GSX and see how it goes, hey? Continue to push back. Qantas. We already know it's going to be crap, but I don't want to use the PMDG one because it's kind of shitty. In this, I can actually show you how to do the proper pushback. Now, there's a couple of different pushbacks that you can do with the GSX. You can have a pre-plan,
We are ready for pushback.
or you can just tell it straight away to pushback. The other one that I was trying to set up, Pushback Express, is a voice-controlled activation one. So yeah, let me get the Navigraph set back up to departure for you, so you can actually see the departure. We'll put it like that, so you can actually see it. Might actually have to make it a little bigger. I don't know if it's too small for you or not, but just make it just a tad bigger.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
There you go. You should be able to see it. I hope you can. Alright. Just zoom it in for you a little bit. Alright, so the girl is there, she's waiting. Did she actually go to the correct spot this time? I don't think so. We'll see what the truck does. Oh, she did. She actually went to the correct spot this time, which is good. Alrighty, so you can see her here, just underneath the aircraft, doing something. Connected, all locked in, and then she'll pull the handle to bring the wheels up. There comes the wheels. Alright, let's jump back in. Alrighty, so now you can have a look here. Quick edit pushback. So we're going to go that. This is the pre-planned one. Right. So now we are in a little area for pre-planned. So it's like pre-planned pushback. Now I believe if I use my arrows and hold the shift button, you can see that it moves quite quickly. Now we want to go to runway 23. Now I believe it was no, not F6. F6 is a waypoint. We're not going to go too much in depth on how to set it up. So F8 and F7. So F7 is that way, F8 is that way. And we're going to go ahead and line the aircraft up on the area that we want it at. And the fine movements, if you want to kind of get like a little fine movement there, just don't use shift. So we'll go back and pull the aircraft back quite a bit. So we'll leave the aircraft there. So it's not on any taxiways, not impeding any other traffic. So we should be fine. Okay, and once you've got the aircraft you want, hit
Exiting
enter.
from editing mode. Please
And
wait.
we're pretty much
Release
good to go.
parking brakes.
Alright.
Please.
Release the parking brake. So we'll just hit that.
Commencing push.
That was not
All engines clear. Start at will.
oh, hang on a second. My bad. One quick thing I totally forgot. I have many controls. I use the Alpha and the Bravo throttle quadrant, and I actually have them set up for different aircraft. So I'll just go ahead and quickly do that. I totally forgot to do that. There's always something happens on the stream that never goes right, but when I do videos, I always have things ready to go for videos. Some videos don't always go to plan, but streams never go to plan. So yeah. Alright, so we're pushing back. So we'll go ahead and we'll turn the valves off. We'll hit ground and ignition. Alright, we'll watch the aircraft start up in a second. Packs off. Alright, so she's walking out, following the aircraft. Wait for 25 N2. Around about 22, yep. We'll flick the right engine on. Oopsies. Did it again. And I will also turn on the announcements for smart cars. Alright, starter valve is still open. Once it kicks out, then we can start the left engine. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to set up any
Please set parking brakes.
set parking brakes. Brakes down and brake on and brakes off.
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
Alright, starting up the next one. Alright, fuel injected. Yeah, unfortunately for some reason I can't get to the back of the aircraft unlike I can in the 700 version. This door does not open at the moment. As you can see, the flight door is inopt. So until we get the flight door, so I'm guessing they haven't customized the cabin as of yet. So no wing views in the 800, which is kind of crappy, but oh well, whatever. Alright, so good engine start has happened. We'll let her know. Confirm good engine
Cockpit to
start.
ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Alright, so she's going to go ahead and disconnect, which is great. Aircraft's all set and good. Right. So we'll hit continuous. Swap over to generators, turn the probe heats on, turn the hydraulics on. The packs can now come down to auto. We'll select that, APU bleed off. I did not turn my anti-collision light on, that is so bad. So bad. Alright, that on and the APU off. That can go back to both. You don't need it on both, but I have it on both, but that's okay. Right, all set. I made a boo-boo, I know. Turn the anti-collisions on before you start the aircraft. Alrighty. The next thing I want to do is traffic. Traffic. We'll put the terrain radar on the right. The weather on the left. However, the weather does not work. It's still inopt, as you can see. We shall get the weather. Now, I believe she just walked in front of our aircraft. There she is. Stupid thing. That's another thing that you have to set up when you are doing GSX. So, hopefully that'll all get sorted out in the customization window, which is a complete another video, which we'll do later. For some reason we don't have the I don't know what's going on with that. We'll go used. So we'll select the fuel there, which is okay. Okay, awesome. And we'll reset it. So that's just how you just got to remember what your fuel is. Yeah, so unfortunately no flight controls there, but anyways, full left and full right. Full left, full right, full back, full forward, full left and full right. Alright, now a neat trick that a lot of people don't know is if you're doing like VATSIM or something and you don't remember your call sign, you can just flick this around on your yoke here and you remember 670, which is good. There'll be an EFB here eventually. They did show some video footage of that actually not too long ago. So, alright, so we'll arm the auto throttle, we'll arm VNAV and LNAV. Alright, now LNAV and VNAV were not armed in the making of this video because there's something wrong. Earth page is activated, which is great. Everything's good. Now let's select the flaps. 1, 2, 5. Check the speeds again. Alright, so we'll just bring that up one more. Flight directors. Follow your checklist, people. If you don't do that, you'll be in trouble. There's something going on with the auto throttle for some reason. There we go. Alrighty, brakes off. I don't know why my brakes off and here we go. Adelaide ground, Qantas flight 670, taxiing for runway 23. Alrighty, listen to that engine roar. So this is my first flight in the 737-800. I get those numbers always mixed up. So very first flight, and this is also my promotion flight for my virtual airline. So I'll be getting a rank up when we land in Melbourne. I've done 400 hours with Q Virtual online. So this will be my last flight for it.
You must fasten your seatbelt. Insert the metal fittings one into the other and tighten by pulling on the loose end of the strap. You can release your seatbelt by lifting the upper portion of the buckle. It's preferred that you keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the flight in case of turbulence. There are several emergency exits throughout this plane. Please take a moment to locate your closest exit. In some cases, your nearest exit might be behind you. If we need to evacuate the aircraft, floor-level lighting will guide you toward the available exit. Doors can be opened by moving the handle in the direction of the arrow. Each door is equipped with an inflatable slide which you can detach and use as a life raft. Oxygen and air pressure are always monitored throughout the flight. If decompression occurs, an oxygen mask will fall from the ceiling in front of you. To start the flow of oxygen, pull the mask towards you and place it firmly over your mouth and nose. Secure the elastic band behind your head and breathe normally. It might seem like the bag isn't inflating, but oxygen is flowing to the mask. If you're traveling with a child or someone who needs help, please secure your own mask first. After that, you can assist the other person. And please keep your mask on until a crew member advises you to remove it. In the event of an emergency, please assume the bracing position. Lean forward with your hands on top of your head and your elbows against your thighs, ensuring your feet are flat on the floor. Life vests are located in a pouch under your seat between the armrests. When instructed to do so, open the plastic pouch and remove the vest. Slip it over your head and bring the straps around your waist. Adjust the straps at the front. To inflate the vest, pull firmly on the red cord when leaving the aircraft. If you need to refill the vest, blow into the mouthpiece. Also use the whistle and light to attract attention. Your seat bottom cushion can be used as a flotation device. Pull the cushion from the seat, slip your arms into the straps, and hug the cushion to your chest. Electronic devices like phones and laptop computers may be used only when the seatbelt sign is off and when permitted by the crew. Mobile phones must remain off throughout the flight. Remember that this is a non-smoking flight. Also, damaging the smoke detectors in the lavatories is prohibited by law. You will find all safety information in a card located in the seat pocket in front of you. It is recommended that you read it before we take off. If you have any questions, please ask myself or another crew member. We hope you enjoy your flight.
Alrighty, that was just the announcements if you heard that. Anyway, so we're going to turn on our transponder. I'll get to that comment in just a second. We have our flaps, a 5 and green. Our gears are good. Everything's okay. Continuous is okay. Landing lights on. Strobes on. Logo can go on now. Normally you'd have the logo on back at the stand, but we don't really. We just have it just in case. And clouds get a little bit thick or whatever. But yeah, on the ground, dark or very foggy times, you can have your logo lights on as well at the stand. Just gives it a little bit of extra lighting. Apart from that, we're all good to go. We're going to be taking off on runway 23 on a heading on 222 degrees, and yeah, alrighty. Adelaide traffic, Qantas flight 670 to Melbourne is at Bravo 2, holding point runway 23, taking off runway 23, departing on Bend Doe to departure, initial climb 5,000 to flight level 350, Adelaide traffic. Alrighty, so let's head out onto the runway. That talking is my smart cars from Virtual Airlines. I'll show that to you when I get up in the air, because the flight is an hour and a half long, so we probably don't have anything to talk about. But yeah, I can talk about my virtual airline. My virtual airline is Qantas Virtual Online. We don't just fly for Qantas. There is plenty of other airlines you can fly for. Qantas Virtual covers all One World airlines. So if you know what One World is, you'll know what I'm talking about. So you can fly for American Airlines, you can fly for Alaskan? Yeah, Alaska, WestJet, quite a few. There's hundreds of them. So yeah, that was my smart cars that you could hear talking just before. Right, so we're on runway 23, we're ready to go, flaps are good, brakes are set, we'll rev it up to about 40 there, let that all settle in. We'll set the clock, and toga thrust set, N1's armed, toga is activated, they're both active, thrust set, airspeed, alive and rising, look down the end of the runway,
80 knots.
80, checked. Now taking off, you got to take off with a 7 degree of climb and then let it settle.
Rotate.
Rotating. foot on brakes,
Positive rate of climb.
and there it is. That's 7 degrees, flat gear up, and then pull it up to the 10-degree mark. And there we go. Up we go. That was my first takeoff in the 800 on Microsoft Flight Simulator. That is great. Alright, so we'll pull all the way back now. We'll select the altitude. We'll just get that altitude going all the way up now. So I'll hand fly this until the first waypoint. Alright, so we can go flaps 1 now. Flaps up. So when that green arrow hits the flaps, that's where you can start setting your flaps to. Flight level 350. Alright, we'll go ahead and chuck in the autopilot. Command A is now activated. LNAV and VNAV are taken over, which is good. The big difference in the 800 and the 700, obviously the bigger size, the amount of weight you can carry, and the takeoff initially is a 7 degree. In the 700 and the 600, you can take off pretty quickly at around about 10 to 15 degrees. The 800, you've got to think about the tail behind you. So if you try and take off at 10, 15 degrees on your attitude, or on your pitch, you're going to strike the tail, and you'll, if you've got crashes activated, you'll probably crash, and you'll have to start the whole process again of getting out of the gate. So 7 degrees is an initial pitch, and then once the aircraft, if you watch these the flight director lines, they kind of give you an indication of where you got to fly to, and all that sort of stuff. As long as you see that nice little plus sign there, the pink magenta lines are in a plus. Now I've got the autopilot on, I'm not actually flying anymore. But if you can keep that plus sign and just follow that little ball, the little square inside there, you should be fine. You don't want to be striking the tail on the 800. But yeah, with my virtual airline, we fly the 800. But I've been flying the 700 quite some time in the past. But one thing that I have noticed that the 800 has at the moment that the 700 doesn't is the shades. I didn't see that in the 700, and that was probably an update that I missed. But yeah, I kind of like the shades. So that's one little nifty feature that is there. There is quite a few differences in the operation of the aircraft that I'm not fully aware of yet. I've never really flown the 700 on any other sim. I've only ever flown the 800. So I'm finally back in an aircraft that is familiar to me. So yeah, for some reason that reset.
As we reach our cruising altitude, the flight attendants will be coming by with a drink cart. Now relax and have a great flight.
So I just made my call on a
Runway 23.
I just made a call on a wrong channel. Alright, so we're passing 10,000 feet, so we'll just do that. We'll get rid of all our lights now. Logo can go off now. And auto, logo off. Everything's good. Yep, landing gear is off. Okay, cool. Adelaide traffic on flight 670 to Melbourne is left the airport at flight level 110, Bendo to departure, climbing to flight level 350. Alrighty, so yeah, we were already pretty much set. We'll just let the aircraft do its thing now. One thing I haven't done is set those chimes. We'll just leave those on auto now. But yeah, alright, so for those people that did ask before, let's just grab my display. Here it is. So what you could see last time, I'm going to get rid of Navigraph now for that, so it's not covered. Alright, so this is my virtual airline group. So when you come into the dashboard, you'll see this. And you basically have how many flights you've done, how many hours. So I will be over 400 hours, which I'll rank up. So I'll be going to my first officer rating, which technically is the wrong rank, but that's just the airline. So I'll be ranking up, and you'll see that all your different details here and your loyalty. Yeah, you can pick your schedules through countless of different airfields. So we'll just click Adelaide here, any airport, any airline, any aircraft, and we'll just hit search. And as you can see, Air New Zealand, Alliance Airlines, Australian Air Express, Cathay Pacific, China, Coburn, Jetstar, Emirates, a lot of Qantas. There's Qantas Link, Qantas Classic, Q.T.A., Rex, all sorts of different ones. But if we want to like change to like YGGK, is it? No. What is it KKG?
Adelaide traffic, New Zealand 191, landing runway 23.
Don't ask me. H. What is frickin' does anyone know what the just use KLEX. I can't remember what Gatwick one was for the life of me. But yeah, you'll see all the different airlines that the Americans use. So there's Air France, Air New Zealand,
18,000.
Thai, Alaska. If you want to know all the different aircraft that airlines that we use in in Q Virtual, there's quite a few of them. So any one world airline that you can think of is here. Now it's not just an Australian group. You can go here to the pilot roster. I'm not going to show this because people might want to stay anonymous. But you can go to pilot roster and you can see all the different people flying for these airlines. Now it is quite active as well in the Discord, and also the actual map. You can see everyone that's flying at the point in time. It is early night or late night in the US, and people are sleeping in the UK, but there is quite a few people flying around, and it does get quite busy on the weekends as well. And as you can see, it shows you how many people are actually flying at the moment, and online users in Discord, and so on and so forth. So yeah, that is Q Virtual. Once you've made your booking, it'll look something like this. You'll have all your bookings here. You can go ahead and view it here. And then when you file the flight plan, so when you start the flight, it'll come up and do a few things. Once it's completely loaded, you'll have all your information here. You can view, you can download it into the FMS, you can edit, you can go to VATSIM, POSCON, IVEO, Pilot Edge. I'm obviously with VATSIM, so if I go here, I can just follow the flight plan, change what I want with the flight plan. POSCON's the same, IVEO and Pilot Edge. So it really depends on what you use. You can copy and paste your thing. Now this is the smart cars. Let me bring up smart cars for you. This is the thing that you heard before. This is the girl that was talking. So basically, if I have a look at my flight in ACARS, it'll run, and it'll tell you that I've got 47 minutes until I land. So yeah, settings here, sound, so I got play flight announcements, that's what you heard before on the runway. But yeah, so you've got a whole bunch of different things, but it has to be running in the background. Apart from that, I've also got VATSIM, which you've probably just heard the guy talking just before. So, but yeah, so that is in a nutshell Q Virtual. So I really hope that that helps. And yeah, so apart from that, yeah, hope that all helps. Just seeing the stream right then, that's not good. Not that you can do anything about it. Get rid of the display and back to the aircraft. But yeah, virtual airlines do bring out the realism, in my opinion, and how I like flying. All that sort of stuff. So if virtual airlines is something that you want to do, Qantas Virtual is really good. like I said, it has quite a few different airlines. So yeah, in the next 47 minutes, I will be getting ready to land. So, in a matter of speaking, progression. So Melbourne is 321 nautical miles away, so not a big deal of worrying about getting ready to land yet. So, but yeah, if anyone's got any questions whatsoever about the 787, 737-800, I said it again. Yeah, just shoot away in the comments. I'll try and answer any questions. But yeah, they did say when I was looking at the video yesterday, from one of the other, it was like a tech team guy. He said that yeah, taking off at 10 or 15 degrees like you would normally do in the 600, 700, you would pretty much smack up the tail on the aircraft, and yeah, you'll have a bad day. So yeah, I'm quite glad that there's quite a range of different liveries ready to go in the aircraft when you buy it. So yeah, so I'm really pleased with the aircraft. I'm glad that it is finally here. I've been waiting for it for a while because now I can actually fly with my virtual airline with a proper aircraft, and I can continue doing my flight training on this and many other aircraft that I like flying. Once I get my commercial licenses at the end of the year, maybe next year, I plan on getting into the airlines, maybe after a stint in general aviation with either the Royal Flying Doctor Service here in Australia, or just chartering, taking mail out to cattle farms and all that sort of stuff, doing a mail run. So apart from the rest of the stuff on the ground, yeah, it's quite a boring. The rest of it's just me sitting here, gas bagging, talking, answering questions if there is any. I guess we could kind of start setting up for what we'll do is once we get to about 200 nautical miles to Melbourne, which is another 100, we'll start setting up, give a bit of extra time. Normally I'll set up around about 150, but I really don't think I'll have the time to do that while I'm talking. I can do that, no worries, by myself. But yeah, there's quite a few things that we have to set up before we actually get there. The really good thing about the PMDG at the moment is some of it's already automatically done for us. So when you download the stuff from SimBrief, which I was fiddling around with before the flight, it will actually put the weather in the aircraft as well, automatically ready to go. So yeah. So what I'm going to do, I'm off the stream for you so you're not watching all this stuff. I'm just going to set up the charts that we're going to be using for Melbourne. Open charts. I probably should also start thinking about talking to Melbourne soon, because they'll ping us in a minute, most likely. So I just want to double check Melbourne Centre. Details. He's only extending into there, so we probably won't talk to him anytime soon. Let's just see.
Melbourne Centre, 206. Can you transfer those experience into Houston after traffic via Frost?
Last station going standby. Break Qantas 321, start clearance available.
321 go.
Qantas 321, standby. Qantas 321, start clearance RB6 Alpha Rifle, runway 27 when ready to descend 90,000, QNH 1026.
How you going, mate? Welcome to the stream.
With the RB6 Alpha for runway 16, 9000, 1026, 131.
Alright, so I'm going to give Melbourne a call. They're probably going to tell me that I'm out of his airspace.
I've been calling earlier for Ailbex, that call sign.
You guys can hear VATSIM in the background? I hope you can. Pretty sure you should be able to. Melbourne Centre, Qantas flight 670 with you, flight level 340.
Qantas 448 cleared to Melbourne via Wollongong flight plan routes, Dana 7 departure runway 16 right. Climate 5000, squawk 4026 departures with me on 129 decimal 8.
Good to Sydney Wollongong flight plan routes, runway 16.
Awesome, mate.
Departure, climb 5000, code 4026, departures with you, Qantas Kim Bay, Bay something, Bay 5, Qantas 448.
Qantas 448, copy the bay and push back at your own discretion, call for taxi.
Qantas 448.
Melbourne Centre, Qantas 113, fully established, 4 miles out, final.
Qantas 113, thanks, winds 200, correction, winds 200 degrees 8 knots, runway 27 clear to land.
13260.
Land runway 37, Qantas 113, thank you.
132.
Velocity 743, leave my control area to the northeast. No further ATC available. Control services terminated. Frequency chat approved. Honeycomb 122 decimal 8. Go. Select 4 by Delta. When ready, descend at 90,000. Sydney QNH or stand by for the QNH.
Alright, so the rest of this flight's probably going to be a long slog. So we'll just see what Melbourne Centre is.
Killing 4-5 Delta, Melbourne Centre.
Killing 4-5 Delta, go ahead.
We'll talk to him in a minute.
Killing 4-5 Delta, when ready, descend at 90,000. Sydney QNH 10.
He'll ping us anyways, so... Anyways.
Ready to send 90,000,
So...
QNH 10.
Now we just got to stay ahead of the 737. There's a few things that we can do, just to monitor all sorts of different things.
Session calling call sign only.
So what we'll do...
Qantas 449.
Set the heading to 105. Just for any mishaps with the LNAV, VNAV, autopilot may be failing. So we definitely want to keep that from doing anything. So yeah, just a thing that we do. We got the...
449, clear to Melbourne of Wollongong flight plan routes.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy.
Runway
Talking over me all the time.
16, correction, runway 16 right.
Unfortunately, we don't have the weather, so I'm just going to turn weather off.
003.
No point even turning it on, but if it is there, you turn the weather on. Which, I believe...
Runway 16 right, Dina 7 departure, Wollongong transition, 507-576-003.
I believe in the next update...
449, thanks. Push at your own discretion, call for taxi.
Shush. The next update in 10, I believe we're going to be able to have weather finally. So. What we'll do, until he talks to us, we'll just turn that off. But yeah, so when the next update 10 comes out, I believe that will be when we'll actually have weather radar activated or being able to be modeled into aircraft. So I'll be very keen to see how that works. Just going to bring crew virtual up. Apparently in the next 33 minutes until we land. Alright, so there's a few things. We're actually doing pretty well. What's our ground speed? we're pretty much bang on. Do we have any weather? There is no weather. There's no wind up here at all. Anyway, so what we'll do real quickly, there's only like 5 knots of wind. We'll set up our descent forecast. Now, you can do this by yourself if you have updated winds given to you by ATC and all that sort of stuff. But we're just going to request them. Now, this is all from SimBrief. So we'll just request those, and then we'll have to get the QNH for Melbourne eventually. They'll give us the QNH hopefully. So we'll load those. So this is the step that we can pretty much skip. So it's pretty much given it to us. We need to swap the trans level over. So it's 110 for Australia, and we'll activate that like that. QNH will find out. I do want to keep an eye on the so flight level 350, which is what we're at. Flight level 350 to flight level 120. So that just gives us like a couple of warning for our thing. ISO deviation is 0. I don't know if that's correct. Maybe not. I think you can change that around. I'm not going to go into the full mathematics of it just yet. Not this flight anyways. You don't need it. It's not a big deal. Alright, so now we need to figure out what our landing rate is going to be. So we're at 65.4. Okay, we'll go to progressions and we'll take so we're at 4.6, 3.8. So that'll be, so if we just take, if we go 64, we'll just put 64 in there. We'll grab 30. So we'll be on 30 flaps, 147 plus 5. Okay, so the wind, COR, is plus 5 degrees, plus 5 knots. Okay, so we'll do that. So it's 147 plus 5 knots for the speed and all of that sort of stuff. I want to try and see if an auto land works in the aircraft for this round. For the next one, we'll probably start doing manual approaches. So don't expect me to be doing a manual approach today. I just wanted to see if the auto lands work in this aircraft. So you'll be able to see how that's set up in the next 30 to 15 minutes. So yeah. So if you want to know how to do auto land in the 700, the 700, 600, 800, whoop, and the autopilot back on. There we go. I touched the trim wheel there. My bad. Alright, so I think that's pretty much everything. Yeah, any questions, shoot. We still have another 227 to go. According to the flight, it's 29 minutes. So if there's any questions that you guys want, by all means ask. That's South Australia, Melbourne, Victoria, all that sort of stuff, all down there. So I think we're still in South Australia. We haven't swapped over to Victoria yet. I'm 100% sure. Nah, we're in Victoria now, well and truly. So yeah, that's Victoria down below. Yeah, so I'm absolutely blown away with the aircraft so far. The aircraft is running really, really well. I don't have the 600, but I did get the 7. And yeah, I'm not 100% sure what my frames are at the moment. Let's double check the frame, shall we? So right now I'm getting 34, 40 frames just sitting in the cockpit at 1080p for ultra settings. So that's not too bad. The aircraft's very performance optimized. Now my older PC probably wouldn't even run this aircraft at all. I was kind of scared with my old PC, as everyone would be. So yeah, but yeah, it is just an amazing little aircraft. I did notice that there is a different CCAL down here. I wonder if that is the real CCAL for VXM. If it is, it's pretty good. So looking forward to getting out some more flights in this bad boy, doing some more flights in America. I really do like that. It kind of does. I want to see if it does it change the. Does make it a little darker in here, doesn't it? It's really nice. Let's have a look at the heads-up display. I like how the heads-up display disappears. Some aircraft can't do that, like it kind of still shows there. So however they've done it here, it's really, really well done. I'm gonna have to set up my seats. A little bit better, I think. Right, so I'll just set that up. There we go. That's a little weird. Yeah, it's not all fitting in there, so I'm wondering if they have to tweak a few things. You kind of have to like move your head around a bit to kind of get the whole thing in the screen there, which is really annoying. That's alright. We'll be using that in a sec too, for landing. Yes, I do have the Alpha flight yoke, and I also have the Bravo. The Bravo throttle quadrant. And eventually, when they bring out the Charlie pedals, I want to be buying those as well. So I'll be getting everything Honeycomb. It's lasted. They're just amazing. I gotta say, the controls are just amazing. So, I'm going to fix Truck IR up. I'm going to go ahead and stop him for now. Oh, what happened there? Oh, crap. Don't tell me we're getting a live weather bug again. It literally smashed us up in the air, and now we've got like no speed. That happened a little while ago when the live weather was playing up a few months back, probably this time last year actually. You couldn't use live weather for a little while. I don't know. We'll just monitor it, make sure that it's all good. It happens every now and again. That is a bug in the sim, I believe. We're getting very close to EWL. Yankee. Not EWL, ELW. Sorry. Just checking here on VATSPY where I am. There's a pilot coming towards me. I really do hope he gives me a SID that I want, so... Not a SID, a star. Oh god. We're not ready for top of descent already, are we? Well, if we are, let's start descending. I didn't realise top of descent was so close. Yeah. Alright, okay, so real quickly we gotta do a few bits and pieces. Alright, so we've done our approach and all that. We've done the landing, progression, all that sort of stuff. We're gonna be using 2 on the max brake. Auto brake is gonna be 2. I'm gonna swap over and talk to him now. The ILS frequency that we're gonna need for runway 16. Now if I bring up...
Class 448 request away.
Bring up Navigraph for you. Real quickly.
Class 448 approved. Contact me when you're back.
There it is, 109.7, so 109.
Class 206, winds 200 degrees, 8 knots, runway 27, clear for takeoff, make left turn.
There it is. So we got that
Okay,
activated,
traffic,
ready to go.
Cleared to take off 27, quantity 206.
So apparently we're already sending down to Apple and all that sort of stuff, so... Let's give old mate a call. Oh god. What happened there? Oh, frick. That's not good. Just put out some speed brake just to slow us down. Alright, we're good. Alright, so we'll descend to flight level 130.
Class 206, circuit height 1,500, cleared to climb and maintain. Correction cleared, not above 1,500.
Alright, cleared, not above 5,500, quantity 206.
Class 206, negative 1,500.
1,500, 206.
Alright, so we're hitting the thing. So I'm going to give Melbourne a call because they're not going to know what we're doing until too late, so... Melbourne Center, Qantas flight 670 with you, flight level 350, descending to 130 for runway 16.
Ensure that your luggage is stowed below the seat in front of you or in the overhead bins. Keep all electronic devices turned off until we arrive safely at
Class 670, go Melbourne Center. Squawk 4306.
Squawking 4306, 670. Alright, so 43... Oh, I forgot the freaking number. 4376, I think it was.
670, verify level.
Flight level is 340.
670, identified stack runs available.
Go ahead. 670.
670, stack clearance RV6 Alpha Rifle, runway 16, when ready descent, flight level 250.
AB6 arrival, runway 16. When ready, descend at flight level 120.
670, flight level 250.
250, 670. 250. Alright, so we'll go 250.
Contact 685, control to the west, no further ATC available. Control services terminated, frequency change approved.
Contact 680, 5.
Too many numbers. I'm forgetting all numbers. Alrighty, cool. So now we're descending.
Killing 45 Delta, request further.
We're on the glide path, which is the little carrot, little
Delta descent at
diamond that you can see right there, which is great. Right, so there's a few things that we need to grab still. We need to grab the heading, so 160. So what we'll do is we'll quickly turn the course knobs around to 160. I really hope the autopilot lands this aircraft, otherwise it's going to throw my thing out. So,
Killing 45 Delta, what's your next waypoint after Anchor?
Killing 45 Delta, test hat.
Alright, so we're going to go ahead and
Killing
set
45 Delta, no worries, thanks for the...
let's set up VNC.
Cancel the star, make a left turn, heading 340.
We're going to grab the runway, which is 432.
Turn left heading 340, expect vectors to final, killing 45 Delta.
432, enter. We're also going to collect the runway in meters, the runway in length.
401, push approved.
So just do that, we need to go here.
And Steering corner 321, now parked on gate 9, thanks for help.
The length in meters is 3657.
Nothing for Delta to 0 heavy.
Enter. Alright, so that's all done. So that is for the heads-up display that we've just set up. We also need to set up the...
Delta 0 heavy, just want to check follow up on the clearance request.
Delta 20, standby.
There we go. We need to set up the other
Delta
radio.
0
Done.
heavy, roger that.
Delta 208, start clearance is available. Correction, airways clearance is available.
All good. We're all sorted.
Delta 0 heavy, ready copy.
Delta 208, you're cleared to San Francisco via Dipso flight planned route. Sydney 2 departure runway 16 right, climb 5000. Squawk 1334, departures 129.8.
Alright, everything's going on at the moment. It's crazy. First flight back in the 737-800. It's going crazy.
Runway 16 right, initial altitude is 5,000 feet, squawk 1234, and departure frequency is 129.8.
Delta 208, thanks. And just to verify, the cruising altitude you've got on the flight plan is flight level 290.
It's a big day for me today. I got paid yesterday, so...
290 is our initial cruising altitude for 208 heavy.
When people stop talking. Yeah, so I got paid yesterday, so I bought this when I got the email saying that it was out. I also bought
cleared left base special approach runway 27.
A enhancement package for the 172 that I did have a video for, but I didn't realize that I had an overlay on the thing the whole time, so that video is not coming out. I'm going to have to redo that video on the 172 and repost it. So. Actually,
Negative.
70 USD is not a lot at all.
To another 2,000 feet after that.
That's
you're
actually,
overshoot by the time you
I'm actually surprised.
So
This aircraft probably should have been around about 80, so maybe close to 190. Considering it's the same price as the 700, it's actually pretty good. If you already bought the 700, I can see why you're saying 70 is pretty expensive for the 800, but either 700, 800. The 900 is probably going to be about the same price as the 800, I think, because 900 is pretty popular as well. But to be honest, considering this was actually
001, taxi Charlie 2 Charlie Bravo 1 Honeycomb runway 16 right, report ready.
When I bought it. It was on special when I bought it, so considering I got it on special, I'm actually
taxi the Charlies to Bravo 1 to 16.
I think it cost me in Australia. It cost me about $90, around that anyway. Yeah, I understand.
Delta 20 heavy ready to push and start.
They cost me $90 here in Australia. So.
Pushback through for 20 heavy.
Killing 45 Delta, would you like to go visual, or are you happy to remain on a radar vectors?
Killing 45 Delta, we can remain on radar.
Killing 45 Delta, no worries, maintain 4000, continue present heading, and I'll call you back shortly.
Maintain 4000, continue on present heading, and we'll wait for the call, killing 45
One
Delta.
aircraft that I will be streaming a hell of a lot is the Q400 when it finally makes it. Yeah, oh, nice to see another Aussie on the stream. Yeah, no, it's pretty expensive. I got it, I think it was like $67. Yeah, it's ridiculous, isn't it? I'm not 100% sure. Let me just check my account and I'll be able to tell you the exact price that Aussies pay for it. So I'll just go to my transactions. So for PMDG it was 101.77. So yeah, $101 Australian. Yeesh. But yeah, I kind of knew it was coming, and I really wanted the 800. So I guess for people going into the game now, will get the choice between the 7, 6, and 800, or they just go and buy the whole lot. Eventually, if they want to spend that much money. But I really don't see a lot of people flying the 600.
Delta, descend 3000.
Descend 3000, killing 45 Delta.
I don't see a lot of people flying that, so we'll see.
And killing 45 Delta, turn left heading 345.
Left heading 345, killing 45 Delta.
Now, he hasn't told me to continue descending yet, so I don't know what's going on there. We're going to have to ask him. Melbourne Centre, Qantas flight 670 is reaching top of descent.
Qantas 670, thanks, Melbourne Centre.
Melbourne Centre, go ahead, 670.
Qantas 670, descend flight level 130.
Descend flight level 130, 670. Alright, so now we're a little bit out of the, as you can see, we're a little too high, so how we do that was to hit level change. And that'll just drop the aircraft a little bit in a steeper descent, which is what most airlines would do, or Qantas do. And you can easily tell.
Melbourne Centre, Qantas 206 on the left.
You should see it starting to pick up.
Runway 27 requesting ILS approach.
Qantas 206, climb 2500. You can expect ILS approach runway 27.
2500, I expect an ILS approach runway 27, Qantas 206.
If level change doesn't work, we can just drop the nose ourselves. It's not a big deal.
Yep,
starting to work.
49 ready for taxi.
Alright, starting to work. Alright, mate.
Qantas 449, taxi, Bravo 200.
Exams suck, mate. I finished uni
report ready.
June last year. Have a good one.
Qantas 449.
I'm kind of feeling adventurous. I'm actually going to land this manually. I'll do the auto land another time. I really want to do it manually. Let's do it.
Killing 45 Delta, sir.
Killing 45 Delta.
Just confirming you're maintaining heading at 345.
Killing 45 Delta, affirmative.
Alright. Now, I kind of don't like how long it's taken us to do this, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to chuck the V-speeds.
Killing 45 Delta, get you to make another left turn heading 340 degrees.
Left turn heading 340, killing 45 Delta.
I just want to get back on track pretty quickly, that's all.
Qantas 206 from Asus, cleared ILS approach runway 27, report established.
Sorry, Melbourne Centre for 206, can you repeat that?
Qantas 206 from Asus, cleared ILS approach runway 27, report established.
Is clear ILS approach runway 27, report established, Qantas 206.
Just Eiffel 01 at holding point Bravo 1 and confirm departure frequency, please.
Just Eiffel 01, departures 129.8 and runway 16 right, clear for takeoff.
16 right, clear for takeoff. Thanks.
Alright, so while we're sorting out stuff here, since you can see Navigraph still, I'm just going to quickly show you where we're coming in on the star. So we should be here. So the star starts at
Delta 20 heavy, part of the pushback clearance is for you to also clear to start your engines.
So we're pretty much just going to come straight in from there. So we've got to be 230, 9,000 or below at the next checkpoint at Tunka, which is just here. And then at Lasso at 4,000 above. 670,
descend via the star, 90,000, Melbourne QNH 1026.
Descend via the star, 90,000, QNH 1026, 670. Alrighty, so we'll go 9,000 now. So there we go. Leave that on 9,000. Oops.
Killing 45 Delta, are we ever going to get the turn for final?
And...
Killing 45 Delta. I was going to stretch you down to Borry, but you can make a right turn, intercept the ILS runway 16 right, report established.
Yeah, alright. So
right turn for intercepting the ILS for runway 16 right,
all
before
right,
you establish killing 45 Delta.
Okay, so, yeah, as you can see, if we have a look at the legs, so you got 9,000 below, like we said, 4,000 above, 3,000 above, all that sort of stuff. And then on the left, it got our speed restrictions. So, yeah.
Close 449, we're ready.
We'll get ready for the speed restrictions shortly.
Qantas 449, runway 16 right, line up away.
We go ahead and chuck in VNAV again. Let the aircraft take over.
Test up 01.
Pretty sure that's everything for now.
Test 01 identified, climb via SID flight level 360, cancel speed restrictions.
I will chuck on this one,
speed, then,
so you can watch us come in.
Test up 01.
Into the runway.
So
I'll just leave that up on the left hand side there for you.
Qantas 206, runway 27, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 27, Qantas 206.
I got a phone call. I'll pick that phone call up in a little bit.
Qantas 670, requirement at Apple to be at 9,000 feet or below.
Say again for 670?
Qantas 670, you're estimating waypoint Apple at time 19, requirement to be at Apple at or below 9,000.
Confirm at or 9,000, 670. Alrighty, so we need to descend quickly. We're going to just dump down.
Qantas 448 center.
Dump down to 2,000. We'll bring our speed back to...
Qantas 448 Melbourne center.
So you can see that pink green line, the green line, that's what we got to be at. So I need to drop the aircraft a little bit faster.
Qantas 449, runway 16 right, clear for takeoff.
16 right, clear for
there we go. So the green line is before Apple, which is great. We'll keep the
Killing 45 Delta established.
Speed brakes on.
Killing 45 Delta, I'm not sure we can get established from over 20 miles out.
Copy, report established.
Will do, killing 45 Delta.
Now, that was his bad. He should have given us a bit more direction in the like further back to drop us sooner. Now this aircraft just wants to drop, it always speeds up. So I'm going to have to slow the aircraft down somehow. So if I just drop it a little bit further in speed. Just to shave off some of those... at around 11,000 I'll bring it back to normal. turn some lights
stations
on.
inbound Melbourne. Information Oscar now current. Change of the winds 190 degrees, 10 knots. Temperature 14, QNH 1026. Information Oscar for Melbourne.
Alright, we'll bring the speed back now.
449, we're airborne 2400.
Plus 449 identified, climb at 57 flight level 360, cancel speed restrictions.
506 360, cancel the speed, plus 449, thanks.
Set standard.
Plus 670, descend above the star 8000.
Descending via the star 6000, 670.
Okay, that was
Plus 670, negative, descend by the star 8000.
Descend via the star 8000, 670. Alrighty, that's close enough. Alright, so now we finally got the aircraft back on track where we want it. Looks like we're going to have to do it all vertically from now on.
Alright,
so.
Melbourne Center, Qantas 206, offer from us 27.
We'll bring it down to
on November.
0.
Qantas 206, thanks. What's your intentions?
We'll just head back to, I guess, the stand. I'm not sure which one we were at. Stand by.
Qantas 206, no worries. Taxi via Echo, cross runway 16, Echo Alpha to the bay.
Sorry about that. Can you repeat that for 206?
Qantas 206, taxi via Echo, cross runway 16, Alpha to the bay.
Echo, cross runway 16, and Alpha to the bay, 206.
Yeah, this is a heavy, we're ready taxi.
Charlie 20, taxi via Golf, Foxtrot, correction Golf, Alpha 1 holding point, runway 16 right, report ready.
Hello, Qantas 448 back.
That's 448, thanks.
Delta 20 heavy, can you repeat the instruction?
Delta 20 heavy, taxi via Golf, Alpha 1 holding point, runway 16 right, report ready.
Golf Alpha 1 holding point 16 right.
Just
right,
want to double check.
20 heavy.
9,000 or below is at Tunka, not
Killing 45
at,
Delta established.
It's 10,000 or below at Abbey 6. Yeah, he
Killing 45 Delta,
effed
thanks.
up.
Continue approach number 1.
He effed up big time.
Continue approach, Killing
That wasn't
45
my
Delta.
fault. I knew it. So it's there, black and white on there, or black and yeah, black and white on my screen, or white and black if I had it on daytime. But yeah, no, it's his fault.
Plus 448, contact me 123.75.
Abbey is where I need to be at 9,000 below, not the one that I was at just before. So Tunka, sorry, not Abbey. 10,000 at Abbey, not yeah. So
Melbourne Center, Qantas 448.
I don't know what his deal was.
Qantas 448, Melbourne Center. Flight 45 Delta, winds now 190 degrees, 15 knots, runway 16 right, clear to land.
16 right,
not
clear to land,
working.
killing 45 Delta.
Approach is working, but V-lock isn't. I don't know what's going on there. Okay.
Melbourne Center, I think for Qantas 206, we're at the Charlie Gate.
Qantas 206.
Yeah, you need, I'm pretty sure
you stated that
Yoke needs
you
to
wanted
go
to come
on
out,
PC. I'm
so
not
you wanted to
100%
go
sure
back
you
to the
can use it
gates
on
that you came from.
the Xbox.
But just make a left turn onto Golf and then Alpha Tango to the Charlie Bay.
My apologies. Were we not at the Charlie Gate at the start?
Negative. On my radar, you're showing me in the Echo Pier.
My apologies. Let's just head back to where we came from. I'm sorry.
Got a 206. If you can make it, make a right onto uniform, just on your right there. And taxi via Victor. Tango to the bay.
Alright, so we're going to have to get ready to sort out some flaps in a minute.
206.
I'm unsure if the scenery has the new Victor taxiway there, but if not, just do a UE on the grass and taxi back onto Tango.
Looks like someone's having problems down on Melbourne down there, eh? Alrighty, so we have the ILS for runway 16 is activated there, so 29 miles out.
448 start clearance available.
Close 448 there.
448 start clearance, Lizzie 8 Alpha, arrival runway 27, when ready, descent, flight level 250.
Start clearance, Lizzie 8 Alpha, arrival, runway 27, ready to descend, flight level 250.
So we can set the approach up now on the... So you'll have the ILS frequencies pop up here.
On a 670 descent by the star 5000.
Descending by the star 5000, 670. Oh, we just froze for a bit. Please tell me it's not crashing. Thank God. Thank God for that. Alright, so we now have the ILS completely locked up, so that's good.
516, g'day.
Jetstar 516, hello, Melbourne Centre.
Senator 516 with information. My apologies, I didn't have the setup.
Ready, setting flaps to 1 and 5.
Melbourne Centre, I'm sorry. My map's here showing me that I was back, I think, at the Charlie Gates. Is it okay if I just taxi there?
Yeah, Qantas 206, yeah, if you just continue on that taxiway you're on right now, you'll find Charlie just to your nose. It starts at Charlie 10 on the pier, just after the international ramp.
Stand by 206.
Melbourne Centre 516 with information Oscar. Request IFR clearance to Sydney.
Qantas 206, on the taxiway that you're on right now, just to the right, if you just continue towards, or just turn right and continue on that taxiway you're on right now, you'll find the Charlie stands.
Roger. Stand by 206.
That guy said he can't report established at 20 nautical miles. We just did, so there you go.
Thanks, 45 Delta, thanks. Taxi by Bravo, cross runway 25, Bravo to the bay, g'day.
Bravo, cross runway 25, Bravo to the bay, killing 45
Alrighty,
Delta.
so the reference speed...
Jetstar 516, clear to
5
Sydney via Docile flight plane routes. Docile 1, departure runway 27. Climb 5000, score 4231, departures 123.75.
Cleared via Desert 1 departure, runway 27, climb by Cedar 5000, score 4231, and conduct departures 123.575, Jetstar 516.
So we're just going to report established, so...
5670, descend via the star 4500.
Descend via the star 670.
Jetstar 670, descend via the star 4500.
Okay.
Melbourne Centre, last call. Sorry, I just checked we were from Echo 2. Can we taxi back to Echo 2?
That's 206, yeah, no worries. You can just taxi Tango, so just turn, hold the taxi. Which way on the taxiway are you facing right now?
It is raining here.
We are
so,
towards
well, it looks like it's raining. So
I
we'll turn on that. We're going to turn on the other autopilot just in case.
Yep, so you're facing north, so make a left, so you're facing west. Taxi on that taxiway that you're on right now, then make a left onto Alpha, and you'll find the Echo just on your left.
I'm just going to tell them that we're established.
Yeah, facing west. Okay, so we'll turn left onto our Alpha, and then we'll find Echo again. Thank you so much for your help. 206.
No worries.
Melbourne Centre, Qantas Flight 670 is established. RLS, runway 16.
Qantas 670, thanks for your approach from Delta, cleared ILS approach runway 16.
Cleared ILS approach runway 670. I think he called us Jetstar when we're actually Qantas. That's his bad again. He's not playing the game today. So apparently the runway is out of that little yellow ball. So what I did is I changed the mode to IMC because, yeah, it is very IMC at the moment. So we're going to do all that. We'll go gear down, flaps down. So gear down, flaps down.
All stations, Melbourne Centre closing in 5 minutes, all stations.
All lights are on. We're going to have to turn our wing on as well, now that there's a bit of rain about. Now we can actually see what's going on in the HUD.
Radio altimeter 2500.
That'd just be the probably mountains down below us that's going on there. Flaps down 3 greens already, cool. Alrighty, so we're about 10 out, so we're still too far away for full flaps at the moment. Everything's good, set, ready to go. VNAV is disconnected, we know that.
Hi, Melbourne Centre, Qantas 206 signing off. Thank you for all your ACC service today. Have a great afternoon.
Qantas 206, no worries, thanks, and we'll see you again soon.
Take care.
I don't know if we'll be able, if I don't get visual of the runway.
670 winds, 190 degrees, 10 knots, runway 16, clear to land.
Copy the winds, clear to land, runway 16670. Alright, I think I've got the airport just there. Yep, got the runway. Alright, so I'm going to set my chair up again. Might be able to swap over to manual landing, and we'll see how we go with the manual landing now that I have everything. We'll set the flaps 30, flaps 30, set. So you can see that 3-degree line. That is where the aircraft needs to be stationed for the landing. So we do have a crosswind from the right. As you can see, we're not fully centered. If we were fully centered, that little ball would be next to where those dotted lines are in the center there. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and disconnect now. Get rid of that. We're armed, we're good. The autopilot is on, ready to go. We have our speeds, the flaps are good, landings lights are on. Alright, we're good.
So good afternoon, Sierra Alpha Kilo Golf.
1000 light slope.
So we're off glide slope at the moment.
Station calling unreadable.
Out of marker.
Control Zulu Sierra Alpha Kilo Golf, good morning, good afternoon.
I haven't flown this aircraft in a long time.
Zulu Sierra Alpha Juliet Golf, g'day Melbourne Centre, go ahead.
Good day, sir, information. Oscar, stand Echo 10.
She does want to, I can feel the difference in this one wanting to wanting to drop.
Zulu Sierra Alpha Juliet Golf, stand by for clearance.
Like, I've been flying the 700 for some time now. That aircraft just wants to float quite a lot. This one just wants to drop so much.
Total 1 departure, runway 16, climb 5000. Squawk 7203. Departures Unicom 122.1.
Clear to Sydney via the Decimal 1 departure, runway 16 right, initial down 5,000 after departures on Unicom, Zulu Golf.
Alright, so on the threshold, we're going to disarm the auto throttle.
Sierra Alpha Jet Golf, thanks. And traffic on the ground is a Jetstar A320 still at the bay, and they Qantas 737 just about to land. So they'll be on the Unicom frequency when you're pushing back.
200.
Thank you, sir. You said runway 16 right for departure.
Sierra Alpha Jet Golf, open, runway 16.
100.
100, 50.
50.
That's the
50.
rotate.
40. 30. 20.
I don't want to fuck this up on stream.
448 descending.
10.
That's 448, Melbourne Tower.
Oh, that was a float. Alright, we can get rid of that. I kind of figured we won't make that.
Yeah, this is your A. We're at Alpha 1, holding short 16 right, ready to go.
Delta 20 right, runway 16 right, clear for takeoff. Contact or monitor Unicom 122.8 on departures.
Clear to take over for 16 right and up to Unicom 1 airborne. And see ya.
Check around your seat for any personal
There it is.
belongings. Use caution when opening
That was an
overhead
Qantas
bins,
flight
as
670
luggage may move
is
around during
clear the
flight.
runway.
If you need assistance Wednesday morning, please remain seated until everyone else has exited. We would be happy to help you. On behalf of the crew, I'd like to thank everyone for joining us.
All stations, Melbourne Tower is now closing, monitor Unicom 122.8, all stations closing, monitor Unicom 122.8, g'day.
G'day, thanks for the traffic. Alrighty. Now we have to go back via Alpha. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll just bring up the... Here, go to Melbourne traffic. Taxi. I just want to get the parking bay information for the... Alright, so we're going to be taxiing back on Alpha. Tango. Melbourne traffic, Qantas flight 670 is taxiing via Alpha Tango to the back. We'll turn on GSX and see what they've got given us. So gate Bravo. Suitable parking 7. I'm not 100% sure where the parking bays are. Yep, that'll be around that side. So we'll go to Charlie, I think. Charlie. Charlie 7.
Melbourne traffic, Zulu Golf at Echo 10, push and start.
It should be one of these ones. Alrighty, that's it. Alright, so we'll take off the... turn off like that. Lights off. Wrong lights, my bad. That's it, yeah, okay, cool. Steady lights, anti-collisions off, wing lights can come off, logos can stay on for now. I didn't put those continuous, but they were on auto anyway, so it's not a big deal. We'll stop the timer, restart the timer. Alright, resetting the auto throttle back to 100. terrain radar off. Turn that off, turn the traffic off. Pros can go off. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the flight from Adelaide to Melbourne. That was a really quick flight here in Australia. Nearly every flight here in Australia. I think the quickest flight was Sydney to Canberra, but everything else is about an hour long, which is quite nasty. Alright, so we're in Melbourne here. I just want to see if I can find my GSX stuff. I'll just ask for another gate if I can. Charlie. Next page. Let's go Charlie 9. So Charlie 9. It's on the other side.
Melbourne traffic, it's 516, this is at gate 46.
We'll just get the follow me. Send the Qantas one out. The follow me is on its way. I kind of have an idea of where it's going to be. It'll be on
Melbourne
the other
traffic,
side.
select Golf taxi via Golf Alpha to Bowling Point Bravo for runway 16 departure.
Ugh. Wearing these this headset that I have at the moment, it's doing my ears in. Pushing on my ears, making them nice and sore. But anyways. Alright, so there's a follow me car. Now you should take me around where I'm going anyway. Now for those that did see the landing, what do you reckon the feet per minute were? I'll be able to tell you as soon as I file the flight plan. Alright, so there's my marshaller right there. That gate looks like it's in my way. Doesn't it? I'm actually going to have a little play with that at the end of the stream. We'll have a look, see what it's like. Yeah, that gate's in the way. That's not good at all. Alrighty, so we're going to go off that and APU on the bus. Alright, I'm just going to stop here. Any collision line off? Nah, logos can go off. Turn the engines back on there. Hydraulics can go off. And that's pretty much it. Everything else can stay there. Alright, so what we'll do is I'll just jump over to finish, pre-rep, file that off. And then we're going to reselect that. So what I want to do is bring up GSX. Customize airport positions. So you can actually go through and change a whole bunch of different things here. And so we want gate 11.
Entering editor. Please wait.
Melbourne traffic, select your Golf and Charlie taking off runway 16.
Alright, I'm gonna shut that off. Shut that off. Yeah. That's not good. I'm gonna have to change a whole bunch of slew modes now for some reason. There we go. So this is a whole bunch of customization stuff, and I believe it's got all the controls here as well, so commit to changes, all that sort of stuff. So it looks like I'm going to have to frick around with all that sort of stuff. You're welcome, Matt. You enjoy. But yeah, this GSX stuff, I'm going to have to fiddle with this like crazy. Because, yeah, some of the, as you can see, these gates are in the completely wrong spots. Next object is F4. I'm gonna have to really have a look at it.
Mode. Please wait.
I'm gonna have to have a look at them like crazy. So, but anyways, that's the 800. So yeah, we'll go and have a look at that at another tape. I need to change some controls around because it's just not working the way it is at the moment. So, but anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and have a look at what my flight was just then. I don't think it was overly great for myself. 300 feet per minute. Not bad for a first flight in the 700 again. It didn't look like 300. But yeah. Anyways, thanks for joining the stream, and until next time, see you later.